All right, ladies and gentlemen, there's a new video that just came out. There was three people found in the basement up here in Detroit, brutally murdered, bludgeoned, and it was a bad scene. So we're gonna check that out real quick. Plus, they just did a police press release on this. We'll also watch that real quick.
Breaking news in that horrifying triple murder in the city of Detroit minutes ago. A police source confirmed a suspect is in custody. This as investigators have now identified the three victims found dead in a basement. One of those victims is the 66-year-old homeowner, Norman Hamlin. Thank you for joining us. I'm Carolyn Clifford.
And I'm Mike Duffy. Two of the victims are in their 60s. The third man was 72 years old. Police say the three men were killed by blunt force trauma, calling it a brutal and horrific scene on Edsel Street, just off of Fort Street near Outer Drive in southwest Detroit.
7 News Detroit reporter Darren Cunningham joining us live now from Detroit Police Headquarters with that breaking update just coming in. Darren, this is simply horrific.
Yes, it is, Carolyn. And speaking with so many people in that neighborhood, people are just mortified. Now, we are working to learn more details about this case, but according to a source, DPD, Detroit Police, have just now taken a suspect into custody in connection to this triple homicide. Now, investigators remained at the house for 24 hours. They were out there about 1 o'clock in the afternoon yesterday. They left just before 1 o'clock today. Now, we are also learning the identity of all three victims in this tragic case.
It's like still in shock. I'm still in disbelief.
I spoke with a friend of 66-year-old Norman Hamlin, whose family identifies as one of the three victims killed in this home on Edsel Street. It was Hamlin's home. His friend, who wanted to remain anonymous out of fear of retaliation, says he's known Hamlin for 20 years.
He the type of guy won't let you in his house unless he know you, and that's what really scared me. It scared whoever the attacker was someone that he knew.
Detroit police confirmed the other two victims are 72-year-old William and 65-year-old Mark Barnett. Before learning about the murders, Detroit police say officers were already on Edsel Street investigating a missing persons report. That's when they say a man ran up to officers and he told them he too had been assaulted in the home.
He was assaulted the day before. He was hit with a hammer in the back of his head, he believed twice. Left the location, he came back. When units finally got inside, the minute you open the door, you can see blood, you can see just a horrific scene.
Detroit Police First Assistant Chief Charles Fitzgerald says the men died of blunt force trauma and had some stab wounds.
It's about all we have right now. We are combing that entire area, as you all, I'm sure you saw, because a lot of your crews are out there. We were out there all night looking for any kind of evidence we can find, video assets, any kind of technology we can discover to help move this case along.
I hope the guy that got out and made it to the hospital will be able to tell the police some type of information.
Person of interest or suspect's connection to the men, Fitzgerald says that is unclear. He says police are investigating possible drug activity at the home. Now, while they have someone in custody, they still want to hear from witnesses. So anyone with information should call Detroit Police or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-SPEAK-UP. And coming up on 7 News Detroit at 6 o'clock, why friends and neighbors say they were afraid something like this might happen. For now, live outside headquarters, Darren Cunningham, 7 News Detroit.
Darren, I got to...
Yo, Miss Debbie, you're okay. People were worried about you today. All right, now we're going to watch the press release that they just put out here shortly. So 3 bodies found, bludgeoned, stabbed, and they think it was a drug house or something, but they were found in the basement. Yes, we're glad everything worked out great for you, Ms. Fox. All right, we're going to check out the press release now real quick if I can get this thing working. All right, let's see here. God.
In custody for the triple homicide on Exo. The person matched the description of the suspect that we were looking for. He's a 27-year-old black male with locks. The suspect does have a criminal history and is currently on parole. Some of his past offenses include carjacking, armed robbery, felony firearm, fleeing from police, resisting and obstructing. I will not be naming the suspect as he is not charged at this time. I want to thank the men and women of the Detroit Police Department's homicide, our homicide task force with our partners, ATF, Michigan State Police, and also FBI. The suspect was taken into custody yesterday afternoon after received a tip from a member of the community that the suspect was in the 1400 block of West Berner. Officers made the location and was able to take the suspect into custody. We were also able to locate a vehicle that we were looking for in connection with the incident near the suspect's address, near the address of the suspect's home. Inside the vehicle, we found evidence that we believe is connected with these homicides. We are working to submit the investigators' report to the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office. As we continue our investigation, we believe that this is an isolated incident, and I felt it was important that we update the community so as to let them or relieve from fear or panic. We believe that there is no danger to the public at this time. I want to thank you all, our media partners, for covering this and for allowing us to get the description out, which ultimately we believe led to a tip.
Wow.
With that, I'll take any questions. Now, however, be mindful that we're very early in the investigation and I'm limited as to what I can say.
So they got a guy, but they haven't charged him yet. And he had evidence
I can't
from
go
the
into
crime
that.
scene in his car.
Can you talk about, you said there was evidence in the vehicle that you believe is connected to the crime. Can you talk about that?
I can't talk about the evidence in the vehicle at this time. The purpose of this press conference was really to let the community know that we have a suspect in custody. We do have evidence. We believe that we have the right individual and that there's no danger to the community. But prior to submitting the Wayne County prosecutor, I can't get in front of her with that, and I don't want to do anything to compromise or jeopardize the case. But we do, and to Randy's question, I will say that we believe in that the suspect has a connection to the victims. So I'll say that much.
You said that the person that is in custody hasn't been charged. There is that window of time. Are you working with the prosecutor's office? It'll be 72 hours while you could hold him. What can you share about that?
Yes, ma'am. We are working with the prosecutor's office. We're preparing, having conversation, and we'll be submitting the investigator's report, or commonly referred to as the warrant request.
Are you able to speak to timing and I've covered part of this, but also heard updates from other media about it. Police were alerted initially.
Well, thank God they got the dude. And there's no, they know it was him. So there's no future. Wonder if he's done this before.
To a missing persons report, which I've read has been connected to one of the three decedents, but possibly they were killed the day before. Can you talk about timeline here? And if there was a delay, maybe a day before, how that person just came up to officers responding to the missing, that he had been assaulted also? I mean, can you clear up some of the gray in regard to what you believed happened on a timeline scale?
Now, I can't at this point. That's too into the details prior to the individual being charged or the warrant request being actually submitted to the prosecutor's office.
Can you at least share if you believe this occurred 24 hours prior to when police arrived on the scene, or give a timing of expected time of death?
I'll ask my homicide detectives if they feel comfortable
At this time, we're not able to give a timeline of events. That's still a part of the ongoing process and investigation.
Chief, you said that the suspect has some connection to the victims. What can you speak of as far as motive goes? And can you also talk about how this investigation worked? I mean, you guys worked quick. You worked with the Chippewa Police. You guys got the person who was responsible. You were at the crime scene for 24 hours. Can you kind of talk about, first address motive, and then can you talk about that?
It definitely would be inappropriate to talk about motive at this point as the investigation continues. So definitely can't talk about that. But what I can do is just commend the professionalism and then the expertise of the team, ATF, FBI, Michigan State Police, our Harborside Task Force, our forensic folks, because they were meticulous at what they did as far as taking their time, preserving the evidence. It was a bloody scene. I'll definitely be able to give updates and keep you updated as we go forward. But it was a bloody scene. There was evidence left there.
Forgive me if you've updated this and I just haven't known, but have you identified which of the 3 victims was in the missing report that brought police to the neighborhood in the first place?
Yes, we have.
Can you share that with me now? Forgive me for not being up to date here. Do you know which of the 3 gentlemen it was, and have you made that public?
No, we have not made that public at this time.
Okay, but you have identified, obviously, it was one of the 3.
Yes.
And what the person who came up to officers responding to the missing report said that he was hit by a hammer, I believe, correct?
I can't.
Where I'm going was a hammer the believed implement that killed these other people.
We're going too far into the details
Fair
at this
enough.
point.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
All right, there you go, folks. So that just happened yesterday or late last night or whatever in Detroit. So they put out a press release today. They got a guy, but he hasn't been charged yet with it. But they have evidence that from the crime scene in his car. So we'll report back on that once more information comes out. And Miss Fox, we're glad that you're back and feeling good and your internet and everything's working. Is there anything you want to say? People were worried about you today. Yeah, people were worried. But we're glad that everything's working. We thought maybe the tornado hit you. The storms from last night. You didn't. I did a storm video last night. Excuse me. I got a couple lightning strikes in there, Deb. And we were worried about you last night too. Everyone thought maybe it was a tornado, storms, or maybe one of them chickens went crazy and attacked you. That's what I was thinking. One of them crazy chickens that you got went crazy and killed everybody. But I guess you're alive, so we don't have to worry about it. We don't have to kill the chicken. All right, nothing to say, Miss Fox? All right. You have a good night. Now, I'll be back, folks, with more content. Now, I'm not sure if we're supposed to get another storm. Sorry, yes, a storm and so many other stuff. Sure. What do you want me to show you? Let me know. Let me know and I'll help you out. I know you're not feeling well. Power out, internet out, wild, crazy chickens running all over. We'll do what we can. Is there anything else you want to say? We might do, I don't know, see what else we could report on or maybe do. Alien hunting, ghost maybe or something. I mean, I got a phone. I can go outside and record and do something, but then I can't get it off of my phone because I don't have a phone hooked up. I just got a phone for video and stuff. No, I can't do that, but I can't do much. I'm on the computer. Give me a quick look at what's going on here. Just tell me real fast. With what? You're looking outside into the dark right now, but you're getting reflections from inside my apartment in the window. So the camera is looking outside, but it's picking up reflection. Or what are you talking about? Oh, you're going to take a look and see what's going on YouTube and then report back and let me know. Okay, go ahead, woman. You go, good. You go. Do a quick scan. Let me know. You know, Deb, I was going to do the Nancy Guthrie case today. I did a little bit of it, but it's just the same stuff. Nothing's going on other than they think that there was two people now. I'm not good at this stuff, I guess. I don't know. Very dark night out there. Got a light out there I can see across the field. I did hear that there's new Bigfoot footage out. Maybe we'll start doing something with Bigfoot. They screwed the pooch with that case. Yeah, they sure did. A lot of pooch screwing going on there, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'll tell you that much. Anything big going on, Deb, before we end this video? Maybe some Xbox. Debbie, yesterday it was really warm here, but then we had them storms late last night. And it turned cold, and it even started snowing a little bit today. But we are back to the cold here. I'm glad we're back to the cold. All right, I think we'll end this. And I'll be back with more content. I gotta get my other channels going. I only got a couple things on there. I put just enough on there to get the channel going. But I need to start doing stuff on my other stuff. Oh my God. There were UFOs, I believe, in the field. That was wild. I think ATS News got blocked or something. Storm or something like that. Not sure. I don't know. I'm just bored with life. Pain. Suffering. Yeah, we don't talk too much about it. Someone's out there. Someone's out there with a flashlight walking around. It's a stalker. Let me see if we can see if I shut the lights off inside here. All right. It's darker than dark out there. Oh, we do have some possibly aliens within the field. All right, here comes somebody. We're walking down the sidewalk. Got a flashlight or something. What the heck? Something going on out there. Yeah, well, I would say F it, but I don't want to upset anybody on YouTube. All right, I'm going to end this video. I might be back with something else tonight. Maybe if something new pops up in the Guthrie case. Make sure you check out ATS News Channel. And you folks have a good night.